Hey, I'm out here fishing on the Suriname River out here in Maroon Country. Been out here for a few days. It is one of the most fascinating places I've ever come. These communities out here, very unique traditions, communities of people who escaped slavery and came out here and found a way to survive and formed towns and societies. And so I wanted to talk a bit about the spirituality here. And I want to do it here by myself, by the river. It wouldn't be right to film a video by one of the shrines, but there are these shrines in every village. We were visiting communities yesterday with other foreigners, other tourists, and our guide had said we could photograph one of the shrines, but then a local woman came and asked us not to. So it's very important to respect that. So I'll describe it out here, though. Our guide was talking about how these shrines are used. The shrine, it's called a begi pao in the Saramacan language. Begi is to pray, and pao is a trunk or stick. And there's always a wooden figure, kind of a humanoid wooden figure in the center of it. And sometimes you'll see a cloth draped over it, sometimes some bottles. People will go and drink bush rum, fermented sugarcane juice, and they'll go and drink it with the spirits, pour some out for the spirits. It reminds me of, I've seen that in Haiti also. Many people, when they take a drink of something, they'll pour a little out on the ground for the loi, for the spirits. Very, very West African tradition. So people go to that shrine to sort of appease spirits who've been offended, especially one spirit that's called the Watra Gadu. The Watra Gadu, our guide Marshall, very, very knowledgeable young man. He was talking about this spirit, and I feel a little nervous talking about it here at the river because it lives in the river and it appears in the form of an anaconda. I'll show you the water here. But there are anacondas out here. Our hosts here at the Pingpe Lodge have seen them. They've taken photos. They've shown us. There are anacondas in these waters, and you're never supposed to kill the anaconda. The anaconda, it's the guardian spirit of the river, the Watra Gadu. So if you kill an anaconda, then its spirit will come and it will haunt one of your loved ones. And one of your family members will be bewitched by it. The person will go into a trance, and they'll sort of be catatonic, but they'll be hearing the voice of the anaconda. The anaconda will tell them exactly what you've done, how you killed it, where, when. It'll accuse you, and it'll just keep on repeating that to your loved one, your family member, until you go to appease it. So then you have to go to that shrine, to the begi pao, and you have to do the proper spiritual rituals, and then the balance will be restored. And a more serious offense is, of course, if you murder someone. That person's spirit will also haunt one of your family members. It'll appear to them, speak to them, and Marshall was telling us that he knows people this has happened to. You'll hear an audible voice, and you won't be able to ignore it. And it'll just keep on accusing the murderers, saying what they did, where, how they did it, until justice is done. So those are a few of the spiritual traditions here. Obviously, I've only been here a few days. We're just barely scratching the surface. I'm just repeating what our guide has told us, what Marshall has explained to us. But it's just a tip of the iceberg of what I'm sure is a very complex spiritual system. It's a wonderful place to come visit. Very far out, a bit hard to get out here. I mean, it's an all-day trip, 4 hours by bus and then 4 hours by boat. But definitely worth it. Wonderful place out here. I'll upload another video of the lodge itself, and we'll talk a little bit about the local Saramacan language. Meanwhile, I need to rebait my hook because the fish aren't biting, and they normally bite very quickly, so I think they stole my bait. So I need to rebait here, and then hopefully catch more fish. Yesterday, I caught a couple of piranhas out here, a couple piranha. They are out in these waters, but they don't bite humans. Everyone has told us they don't bite humans, so you are safe to swim in the waters here of the Suriname River.